All right, folks, in Cove Point, and trying to get out of here. We just, I don't know, probably about 70% of the digging is done on a water line that we are installing, and it is absolutely treacherous. Can't get the excavator in there, can't get the ditch witch in there, can't get the little John Deere backhoe in there. All hand digging, so it's tough, and it is 3:32. We're just now leaving, and it is only because we have completely wore ourselves out. We've been digging this with pickaxes. Can't use a shovel, too many roots and rocks. Pickaxes, folks. And so yeah, and we're trying to keep the ditch about as wide as a pickaxe, and yeah, it's tough. So, woo, a rough one, folks. This is a rough day. Crazy. I'm gonna have to say I think this is the first water line that we've hand dug. All right, folks, that was the last house in Cove Point, although I think we're still considered Cove Point. A very bumpy road, and the lake is down, so you really can't see much water. Man, is this road bumpy. So Cove Point, I'm going to say at least 60% of the people are part-timers here. And it is a lakefront community. So the vast majority of people in Cove Point live right on the lake, and the vast majority of those folks they either live or they are from Ohio, somewhere in between Cincinnati and Dayton. It's crazy, but it's true. Which makes it perfect for a vacation spot, because it's 4 hours away, and it's perfect if you want to retire and still be close to your children if they live in Cincinnati. Yeah, just 4 hours away, so that's not bad. Folks, we are living in an absolute crazy world, and I just hope you are prepping and working and walking towards some sort of self-reliance and sustainability. Oh my goodness, folks, it is absolutely crazy out there. Oh my, I don't watch much TV, but I will watch YouTube on the big screen, and I watch all these homesteading channels and what have you, and just so many of them, they talk about how they were sick of traffic, sick of the city life, and how they packed it up and moved to wherever, and started homesteading, and how they love it. Not too many people regret it. Now, I'm sure there's some folks out there that do, but most folks just absolutely love it, and it is awesome. And what does really good, you can actually make an income off of your homestead if you start your YouTube channel, and homestead. Yeah. Actually probably make a living at it if you're for real, and if you do it right. It's hard to break into YouTube. It's hard to break into it. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers, and it's taken a long time. That's very hard to do. Now, some people, their channels can grow really quick. But one like mine, it just takes forever. But that's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to grow an audience. Let me tell you something. 3%. That is how much the subscribers watch my channel. So 97% of the folks that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel. 97%. And of course, I mean, I've got some videos out there that have, 500,000 views, 300,000 views, 60,000, 160,000 views. Several, are on up there, 30, 20,000, And, but yeah, 97% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. And most of my videos are for my subscribers. I feel like most of the videos I make are for my subscribers. But, the vast majority of the watching is done from non-subscribers, which is fine. I don't care, but it's just so strange. So strange. Now, if I had a news channel, or if I was trying to strike fear in people, fear-mongering, then most of my views would be from my subscribers. Believe it or not, there are people out there that just love to hear everyday doom and gloom. They love it. And they listen to it every day. Now, you should listen to what is going on and pay attention to what is going on. That's for sure. But to be a junkie for it is not a good thing, folks. It's not a good thing. My. And so many of those channels are out there just fear-mongering. And they fear-monger for the views because that's how they make their money. They do it all of the time. There's homestead channels out there that you never see their homestead. You never ever see them feed a chicken. All you do is hear them talk. And that is because they have found out that they can strike fear in people and make money off of it. That's true. That's true. And see, I'm a firm believer in not doing that. I don't believe we should be doing it. You want to make money off YouTube? Great. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. But making money off of fear is terrible. It's a terrible thing. And that's for sure. Should we talk about it? Yes, we should, but not all of the time. Not all of the time. There's some folks that want to hear it all the time. But not for me. Not for me. And so a lot of times what these folks do is they just study the news. They constantly, their wives or their husbands or whatever the case may be, maybe they've hired somebody to gather info and then they get it from other sources and present it to you. Ain't that crazy? Now, I do listen to some of these guys because a lot of times what they're saying is dead on right. I mean, their agenda, their reason for saying this stuff may not be all that good, but they sorry, I've just passed somebody I know, so it kind of got me sidetracked. Yeah, just not good, some of this stuff, but it is good to listen every now and then. Folks, right up here is Demery Mart. Demery Mart, they serve food, just like, finger food, chicken fingers, fries, that kind of thing. And from what I hear, folks, it is really good. Right here on the right, you ain't gonna get a good look at it. Demery Market. Now you can get, and they've got everything else in there, sodas, pops, cokes, whatever you want to call them. And then you can get gas there, and you can get diesel there. And so that's a good thing. And it's right, not far from the marinas, which you got Shanghai down through there and then Sugar Hollow. And so that's convenient for them folks. So just kind of a little talk, I guess, folks. Hey, don't forget, the world has gone nuts. Don't forget that, folks. The world has gone nuts, and that's for sure. And I hope you're doing something for your family. You know, all I think about is my family. That is everything I do, and that is what and who I think about. I just do not think about Mike. I do not. I think about my family, my wife, my children, my grandchildren. I think about my grandchildren first, and I'm flat in love with them. And I just want everything to be okay for them. I want them to be safe. I want them to have food to eat. I want them to enjoy their childhood. That's important. That's important. I don't want them to have to worry. You know, as a child, I had to worry. I worried. I knew when the bills were not going to be paid. And a child should never know this. Ever, a child should never know when you're having bill trouble. I'm pulling over because the car's coming up on me pretty fast, and I don't want to feel pressured to drive. I want to talk. Yeah, folks, a child should know when there's bill trouble. When you're broke, a child should be able to live their life free of that sort of thing. And that's for sure. That's for sure. Man, I grew up knowing that we weren't going to pay the rent this month. Yeah, that's no good for a kid. I had a very nervous stomach. I was always super nervous. And that's because I was always worried. And just not good. Anyway, folks, it is just so beautiful. Now, you've been on this road several times with me. Several times. But just a little talk on my way home from work. And I hope that I can encourage you to do something. If you live in the cities, if you live in the suburbs, on the edge of the suburbs, let me encourage you to do something, folks. It is so important. It's so important that you start working towards something. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine living where I used to live, and it wasn't a bad place, but I just still can't imagine being there. I can't imagine my grandchildren still being where they were. I can't imagine that. I am so thankful. Firewood for sale, $65 a rick. What is a rick? Is a rick like a face cord? Is that a rick? I mean, $65. I've got a lot of trees, folks. I've got a lot of ricks. I've got a lot of cords of wood. I've got a lot of I say I mean us. We have a lot of face cords there on the property. A lot. I just had a tree fall, and my neighbor, I think it was a red oak, my neighbor come and cut that dude up and took it, and I'm thankful because, yeah. Let me ask you something and comment. Is firewood a good business to get into? Maybe not like your just only income, but maybe something on the side or to help your income a little bit. Is firewood a good business to get into? A big question I have. And I haven't got a good answer yet. Is firewood a good business to get into? I've actually thought about it. Not real serious, but I have thought about it and just wondered, wonder if it would be worth getting we've got a couple of chainsaws, but I wonder if it would be worth getting a log splitter, investing in that and, yeah, doing firewood. just for a side business. You know, when we're not working, we could be cutting up and chopping up wood for sale. What do you think? All right, folks, going to all the way from Cove Point to Lonis Young Park, Cove Point to White Bridge. And the reason I say the firewood thing, the only reason I wouldn't do it is even with a log splitter, it is hard work. And so I just ain't into lifting up no big logs, you know what I'm saying? But it is good, something good where you can still make a little money and not leave the house. So, yeah. And so the days that we are not doing something, that is something that can be done. I'm not one for like sitting in the house. All right, folks. Well, yeah, Lonis Young Park, and it is beautiful here, folks. And straight over that way, I'm not sure what they're going to do. They've been working on that. I'm talking about way across the road over there. You see the excavator way over there. I don't know if that's going to be a parking area or what that's going to be. But we've got these 19 campsites here, full hookups and all. And yeah, they're not opened up yet. I'm sure they'll open up in the spring. Anyway, folks, we went from Cove Point to right on the lake there, believe it or not, to, although you didn't see the lake, all the way to White Bridge area. And it's a beautiful drive. It's a drive you've done with me several times. But anyway, folks, we'll see you.